The history of AI goes back decades, but something changed recently. It started to feel like magic. ChatGPT, NVIDIA, trillion-dollar opportunities. But almost no one is asking a much more important question. What actually powers all of this? Because here's the truth. AI is not magic. It's infrastructure. And the companies building that infrastructure might end up being the biggest winners of this entire cycle. When people think about AI, they think about apps, chatbots, image generators, autonomous systems, but those are just the surface. Underneath, there's a completely different world, a world made of massive data centers, specialized chips, ultra-fast networks, and insane amounts of energy. In fact, training a single large AI model can consume as much electricity as thousands of homes. And that's just the beginning, because AI doesn't just need to be trained, it needs to run millions of times every single day. There are two sides to AI that most people don't understand: training and inference. Think of training like studying for years. You take massive amounts of data, you process billions of parameters, and you build the model. It's expensive, slow, resource-heavy, but you only do it once. Then comes inference. That's when the model actually works, answering questions, making recommendations, generating content. And this part, it has to be instant and it has to scale to millions of users. This is where the real infrastructure challenge begins. So what does this infrastructure actually look like? Let's break it down. 1. The compute layer, the engine. At the center of everything, GPUs. Companies like NVIDIA dominate this space. These chips are designed to process thousands of operations in parallel, which is exactly what AI needs. That's why everyone is fighting to get access to them. 2. The data layer, the lifeline. AI is useless without data, and not just small amounts. We're talking massive data sets moving across systems in real time. This requires ultra-fast storage, distributed file systems, high-speed networking like InfiniBand. If data can't move fast, AI doesn't work. 3. The orchestration layer, the brain. Now imagine thousands of GPUs working together. You need software to coordinate all of that. That's where things like Kubernetes, MLflow, Kubeflow come in. They don't get headlines, but without them, nothing runs. 4. Power and cooling, the hidden constraint. This might be the most overlooked part. AI infrastructure consumes insane amounts of energy. We're talking 10 to 20 megawatts per cluster. That's why data center design, cooling systems, energy efficiency are becoming competitive advantages. Now here's where things get interesting. Traditionally, cloud was dominated by Amazon, AWS, Microsoft, Azure, Google Cloud. But AI changed the game because traditional cloud wasn't built for this. And that created a new category, AI-native infrastructure companies. CoreWeave, 250,000 plus GPUs, 32 data centers, major clients like Microsoft and OpenAI. They've built a system that can deliver up to 20% better performance in training workloads. And here's the crazy part. They already have a $27 billion backlog. That's not hype. That's demand. We are in a supply-constrained market. There aren't enough GPUs, so companies that have access to them can basically print money. But this isn't a free ride. There are real risks here. Heavy dependence on NVIDIA, massive capital requirements, customer concentration, and one big unknown. Will AI demand actually justify all this infrastructure? Because if it doesn't, this entire space could consolidate fast. Here's the part almost no one is talking about. Right now, everything is about training, but the real opportunity is inference. Because once AI is deployed everywhere, every interaction, every query, every decision will require infrastructure, and that market could be much bigger than training itself. So when you think about AI, don't just think about the apps. Don't just think about ChatGPT. Think about what makes it all possible, because the biggest winners of this cycle might not be the companies you see, but the ones working quietly underneath everything. In the next video, we'll break down one of these companies in detail.